Thinking about solar panels to generate electricity? Want to make cost savings and play your part to reduce your household carbon emission? So do I. That's why I invited Robert Goss of Pinergy Solar Electric and Minister Pippa Hackett to visit my home to talk me through my options.
Contribution towards your electricity consumption, but clearly during daylight hours.
Robert started with the basics, that solar can make a significant contribution to my energy demand at all times of the year, but of course only during daylight hours. I will need to think about how I use my energy and time appliances to run during the day, and, of course, daylight hours vary depending on the time of the year. Pippa Hackett and I had many questions for him.
Right. So the process of actually getting panels onto a roof like this, could you talk us through that?
This is an absolutely standard roof. It's the sort of thing we come across every day with a roof tile. We have a special fixing for the roof tiles which fixes through to the timber underneath, so it's secure. Each panel is 1700 by 1100, so we could fit 6 panels on that roof, 2 rows of 3 in portrait.
So you don't have to take the tiles off or anything like that?
Not at all.
Go through them and you attach.
So you said, Robert, that about a 2.4 kilowatt system. What kind of electricity would I get from that? Would it be enough to run my day-to-day appliances and everything?
So a 2.4 kilowatt system will produce something like 2,000 kilowatt hours.
Okay.
Now the average consumer in the country is consuming about 5,000 kilowatt hours.
So essentially what you're saying, ballpark, you're going to have roughly a sort of a 40% saving.
A 6-panel array will contribute about 40% of my energy use over the year, as long as I adjust my energy use to daylight hours where possible. My very rough calculations tell me that's a saving of about €800 per year. The energy generated by the panels is prioritised to be used first, before it is topped up by energy from the grid, if necessary. How long would you see that taking before it would pay for itself, if we're talking a 40% saving?
Yeah, well, with electricity prices at the moment, the payback period will be 6 years.
If I have any excess electricity, I can add a device called an eddy, which will direct the excess to heat water. And when I get an electric car, which is in my longer term plans, a zappy charger directs excess energy towards charging the car. If I had some money at the moment, is there other considerations that I would need to give before I got the array, or can I jump straight in and get that?
You can jump straight in, but we would reiterate the advice of the SEAI, which is to say insulate first, make sure you've got decent insulation in your house. And then if you're going to think about heating hot water in the tank, just look at your hot water tank and make sure that's properly insulated and it's up to the job. Robert is right. All of the advice for those of us looking to upgrade our home's energy efficiency is that we upgrade the insulation first. There is a fixed grant amount for an end of terrace house like this of €1,300 for attic insulation. That is estimated to be up to 80% of the cost of this work. I'll definitely be looking into this.
And just one final question, how long does it take to put solar panels on and have it all connected up?
It's a 2-day process,
2 days.
so 1 day on the roof and maybe half a day on the electricity, on the wiring side. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you very much, Robert. Really
You're welcome.
interesting, and we look forward to following your story with your solar panels.
Yes, can't wait. I learned a lot and have a lot to think about. I have a small budget and will be making upgrades in steps, but I'm excited to be playing my part. Watch this space.